Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Wow, big week in land of spilling tea this week for us, huh, guys?
Mike talked to us the whole way. Like, I didn't even hear Carly
I
make
had
a
so
peep.
much tea for these girls in the car.
Tea that I haven't heard?
Really low.
Yeah, you're not involved in it at all, though.
Oh, you don't know the tea yet.
It's not about you.
Well,
not everything's about you.
Oh, it's all about you. You're going to have it coming after this podcast.
It's just like boy-girl stuff with other people that is
it's not
hilarious.
Like
and insane.
Can I ask questions, like a 21 questions, up until it gets to a point where it's vague enough, but close enough where we won't tell the people, but I can maybe figure it out or get more excited for you to share this with me.
I just need to be careful because I don't, like, I think the tea involves people that may or may not watch this podcast.
Who?
Do I know
I'm
these?
not going to say it now.
Do I know these people?
Of course.
Do I see these people more often at your house or just out and about?
That's not a... I guess it is a question. I thought it was just yes or no.
Okay, fine. Do I see these people a lot at your house?
Yes.
Do I see them more often not at your house?
No.
Okay. Is there romance involved?
Of course.
Okay. Are you involved
Nope.
or it's happening between two people?
Well, debatable.
I think I figured it out.
Oh.
Really?
Oh, but sorry, guys. What's good, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of Good Influences.
Wow.
We are delighted to have you here. Thank you so much for really sticking with us. Hopefully your new year is going out on a strong note. How dare you? This happens
For the audio listener,
was that triggering for you, Matt?
For the audio listener, Erin just stole cash out of Matt's wallet in a comedic
just
way.
sitting right there.
I was just, wanted to see how easy it was.
I love her to death. She's a great gal.
Enough.
I love when Mike didn't have his coffee this morning. To set the scene, we had to record earlier again today.
I had a firm talk with him before the
30 minutes early, which
I
is
walked
already...
outside and Carly was yelling at him.
I don't understand.
Like, whoa, what's going on?
He has a whole chemistry set to do his coffee. I understand that. It takes a while. But why not wake up with the time to do it? So then you're fine.
I would rather get the extra 20 minutes of
sleep. And then
sleep.
be miserable if you what if we couldn't have stopped for coffee? Like for me this is detrimental. Like I would be like, I don't know if a lot of time, I don't know what the vibe is, like I need my coffee and just like to have it.
I'm an optimist. I believe that if
And I'm a realist.
Who's the one with the
realist.
Hey, who has the coffee?
An optimist.
Who had their coffee at 7:30 this morning?
That's insane.
It's actually not insane because I planned for it.
I woke up at 7:20, left my house to go get a coffee, had a nice little morning.
Well, to people like us, those aren't nice.
I appreciate you guys.
For us, it's
but I had a nice morning because I was caffeinated.
Yes,
right.
Matt.
Oh, wait, no. I'm not. I just don't want us interrupting each other. Like, just
we keep doing that.
It's been happening like a lot. It's just when someone completes it and then start it. To not talk while someone's talking.
Should we pass this something around?
Yeah,
the talking stick?
The conch shell?
No. I just think as listeners, they like it when they hear someone finish a thought and then someone has a thought.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, everyone talk on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so...
Are these Solomon's?
No, they aren't. They are Adidas that look like Solomon's. I bought these before I went to Japan.
They're pretty ugly.
I think that's kind of the point to them.
TJ really wants a pair of Solomon's.
Do you like my New Balance?
Yeah, you brought it up the last time. I don't know why you think like this is groundbreaking.
Well, I've never had any other shoe besides Nike and Adidas my entire life.
Adidas, all right.
Correct. I have heard that is the correct approach.
Fuck out of here.
No, I was saying it because Matt said it one time.
Adidas.
Like, totally serious? No, yeah, that is the correct way.
I know.
You know what crushed me recently is that it's Ralph Lauren. It's not Lauren.
Yeah.
It should be.
It's just
Lauren.
regular Lauren.
He's just a white guy.
It's his 2 kids.
No,
Ralph
it's
and
not.
Lauren?
Ralph and Lauren are his kids.
Like Ken and Barbie?
Wrong. His name is Ralph Lauren. I have his biography in my house on my shelf.
No, the company's named after his 2 kids. His name is Steve Jacobus. And his kids are Ralph and Lauren. The company is Ralph Lauren.
So the biography, it's like the life of Ralph Lauren.
The company.
Shut up.
I'm making it up. That's not true.
You son of... I can't deal with this. So much misinformation.
I don't want to interrupt.
No, interrupt, highlighter.
Shut the fuck. You mean Shaggy from Scooby-Doo?
Go around and insult each of us.
Okay, you're stupid, you're a bitch, and you suck.
I love that.
Let's hear from the chartreuse table over here.
Coffee.
Wait, chartreuse? Charcuterie?
No, chartreuse is a color.
That's the color. That's chartreuse.
Is that anything to do with
Is there something
charcuterie
wrong with
boards?
my
Some of
smell?
us took art history.
Well, I definitely didn't. Is there do you have something to tell us? And I don't know if it is true or not, but something to tell us about Camila Cabello.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
Camila Cabello, one time I was at Coachella and this girl came up to me, 3 girls. One of them was kind of leading the group and was like, oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan. I love all of your podcasts. You're hilarious. You're awesome. I'm like, thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And she's like, I'm so-and-so. I was like, nice to meet you. She goes, these are my 2 friends. And I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. And the third one, Camila Cabello.
Okay, because people.
Sorry, this
no,
is.
Well, no, because people were. I like go live on TikTok, and a couple of times people have said, "Ask Matt," because Camila Cabello listens to Good Influences.
Yes,
I was
get
like,
outta
"Is that
here."
true? Like,
Well,
are they trolling me?"
I think sometimes like the story is that they were all 3 very interested in, and like I kind of interpreted it, but I think she was just being like nice.
That's
but
what I would
genuinely
assume.
don't think that Camila
kid's
like
Cabello
listening to it every week.
is listening to it.
Okay.
I
Well, if
think
you
her
are, hi,
sister.
queen.
Is it Camilla or Camilla?
I think it's
Camilla.
Camilla.
Is it like a tortilla situation where there's like
Tortilla.
I'm serious. I don't know
Tortilla.
Spanish conjugation that well. I know 2 L's can sometimes
Well,
be.
usually it's silent, like me llamo, but like.
Or does she have 2
Camilla,
L's in her name?
I
Welcome back to
Well, I
white
don't know.
people not knowing anything.
Can
Fun
I
times.
genuinely also be honest more about that situation? I think after Coachella, that whole moment happened, and in my brain, I wanted it to interpret it as that she was a listener and a fan.
Okay.
And I was saying the story to Zane and Heath, and sometimes their level of like what's interesting versus that's just like, okay, next topic. I
Oh.
kind of hammed it up that she
Okay,
was
okay.
listening
Got
to make
it.
them
So
happy.
you're a liar.
Not really.
I just wanted
am-
clarification because I was like,
There's
Oh
a
my
bit
God.
of puffery.
Did you do that on purpose?
totally.
Wow.
There's a bit of puffery, but she didn't lead
A
the
puffery.
introduction.
She
her
was
and
like,
her
who the
friends.
fuck are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay,
I'm
podcaster.
Okay.
Can I say
Wizard.
something about my coffee as well?
Sure.
Typically, I don't have my coffee until usually an hour or so after I wake up,
Oh, yeah.
because I think it's much better for you to like wake up, have some water, let your body's natural like wake up hormones or whatever come through, and then you have coffee. So I'm not going to wake up an hour and a half early to come record and then like lose an hour of sleep. I'd rather just get the hour of sleep. Look, if I didn't get the Starbucks, I'll power through it. I've had mornings where I just been like calls and meetings till noon, and I'm like, oh, I'm not having coffee today, and then it's fine.
Well, boy, do I have a solution for you.
What?
You make the coffee when you get up or whatever, and then have a little to-go mug.
That I definitely
Drink it on the way.
wish I had, and it's so easy to buy like to-go cups, but I just don't have anything to go in
Like
my
a
house.
thermos?
I'll literally give you one.
Don't these count as thermoses?
I'm not gonna put my coffee in my
No.
wallet. That's mixing.
Put in like
No.
a Stanley.
No, we got stuff from Burga, I feel.
I don't know if I have that. I get like Liquid IV sent me one, but I don't know if that's like I just never know if it's like sealed or if like you're supposed to put hot stuff
I
in
would
it.
just get like a coffee mug to go. Like
I
I
have
like
a
the
couple.
I want to get like a bunch of these from Ralph's. I know
I
it's
have a couple
disposable, but-
unused, and I'll give one to you.
Thank you, Erin.
I haven't had anything from Starbucks, I think, all year. But no, like
Oh, yeah.
in
Oh, okay.
at
We're 2
least
weeks
6
in.
months, I have not had
Wow.
a Starbucks drink. Would like to go. Anyways,
Oh, and I have my custom coffee hat that I made. You guys like this?
I can't see. Yeah, she's cute.
I bought it on Amazon. I bought what?
You're so funny right now.
Why?
Just your outfit, your vibe.
When it's too early, I can't put on like regular clothes. I have to be comfortable.
Yeah. And he's like sitting cross-legged on the chair, like fully zombie mode.
Thank God I work from home because I don't know
Yeah.
that I could.
go into an office.
Oh my God.
Mad respect for anybody who
Nothing but
goes into
respect.
an office. If you are in an office right now and you are listening to this podcast, we appreciate
That's
you.
nothing but respect. Stronger than I am.
RESPECT.
I just wish I really thought I would have a cubicle at some point in my life. And sometimes I get a little crush knowing I'm not going to probably have a cubicle. One, cubicles are dead. It's all about the open concept
Right.
workspace,
Yeah.
which
Nightmare.
nightmare. But a cubicle, when my dad had an office job when I was a kid, I got so excited to go see him in his little cubicle. There's
Yeah.
pictures of me on the
Pictures,
wall.
yeah.
We got highlighters. We got
My mom had a typewriter in her cubicle, so when I would go, I would play on the typewriter.
just like
And
jam
I
it up. And,
loved it. I loved a cubicle.
yeah, bring them back. There was a robot at my dad's office that would come by the cubicles and like drop off mail.
Oh my
robot.
God.
Yeah, I think it was more of like a glorified like RC car that would just
RC car.
like.
It would be nice if we had like not that you had
office?
like a co-working space. When I actually, now that I think about this, I did when I lived in New York. I had an office and I would commute to an office every single day, which wasn't really necessary, but it's just like when you live in a small apartment, you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Totally.
But a co-working space is really fun because you have like private offices for yourself, but then there's also like common areas, and they'll do like happy hours, and there's like, you know, food on the floor. You interact with people. I don't know if that, like, since COVID, if co-working spaces are still popping off, but
like WeWorks?
yes.
I feel like.
Yeah, they are.
Didn't WeWork go out of business? Or they're still there?
Their real estate is like out of business.
Did you see the documentary? It
No.
was so interesting.
And the
Jared
movie
Leto.
too with Anne Hathaway.
And
The
Jared
show.
Leto?
It was a show, I think.
Oh, was it a show?
I think so. Oh, maybe it was a movie.
You know what's weird is that they've been taking movies and then they turn them now into shows. The Blackberry movie, it's now being advertised as a 3-part series on Hulu. I'm like, that was
Fargo.
a movie. How Fargo?
It's a movie that's
show.
now a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
The franchise they've taken as a spinoff. I'm talking about the movie Australia with Hugh Jackman, Nicole Kidman. It's a 3-hour Baz Luhrmann film. That's now a 3-part series on Hulu, and they're advertising it on TikTok. I'm like, this is a 3-hour movie that came out over 10 years ago, and they're
They
advertising
did that
it
with
as
like
a
the
show.
Hateful Eight too. Quentin Tarantino, right? They turned it into an 8-part miniseries.
Yeah.
That's like
Interesting.
me watching a TV show on TikTok. It's like 30 parts. Oh my God.
I watch
Gypsy
Suits
Road.
on TikTok in parts.
Get the
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Yes, Harvey, get him. Wait, no, where's part 2?
How did we get there?
Get where?
To what we're talking
WeWork?
about? WeWork.
It was a series, by the way.
Oh,
Oh, I have an interesting thing about Suits. They're turning into a book series.
Oh, I thought they were turning. Oh, I thought they were
What's it called? Jackets?
a girl that I know. Her.
I'm kidding,
It's
by the
actually
way.
really funny. My friend in college.
Someone told
he-
us to prank you guys with that, but
Oh,
His-
I don't know that I want to read a book about like half the show is them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, sorry.
that
Go
doesn't
ahead.
matter.
No,
the
no,
moment
go ahead.
The moment has passed.
I'm sorry. I had to clear. I wasn't.
The moment.
I didn't want people to
has
think I was
passed.
lying. Someone told me to prank that or
Love in the turtleneck.
Oh, thank you.
I wore a turtleneck
Like actually.
to the Hunger Games party. Oh, or to a party that I went to.
You can't say that. You can't say that. You 1% elitist.
And I had 2 turtlenecks. One is like a really thick, like sweater one, and the other one is like a thin,
Like a little Steve Jobsy
yes.
moment.
And I never thought like I would ever wear the Steve Jobs one because it's like, when are you ever going to wear a thin turtleneck? Because I feel like you wear a turtleneck when it's cold, and so you need something thick, and it's going to cover your neck. So like that's the vibe. When are you going to need to be like warm but also covering your neck? But I was going to an indoor party, and I knew it was going to be hot at this place because we go there a lot. And I put on the Steve Jobs one, and it was so comfortable, and I got so many compliments.
Wow.
And I feel like,
What district were you?
I don't know. I never seen the movies.
Okay, well, we had you guys write in some advice,
Advice column.
a little advice
Questions?
column. We are all extremely good at giving advice.
Oh, so good. Also, Erin and I do this on our Patreon.
Yeah.
If you like this, patreon.com/onlyfriends. We do this 2 times a month.
Yep. So we're just gonna get right into it.
That's great.
Okay. Hey guys, love the pod. Oh,
Thank you so much. It's crazy that people actually listen to this.
This
But
question.
do you think about that? That there's like people out there in the world that like
Yeah.
just put this on Spotify or like sit
angels.
down.
I'm
Like-
being completely honest. I genuinely never think anyone's listening.
Same. I feel like this is
But
weird.
not like in a. I just like don't. So like, even when I say stuff that's like dumb or like out of out of pocket, I'm like
Often.
no one's gonna listen to this. Often,
Yeah.
yeah. I just think
No,
I'm
it's
just
so cool that there's like real people that are like listening
I
to
know.
this. That like go to jobs and live in other places and
Yeah.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
Love you.
Mike's just on drugs because he didn't have coffee in time.
I'm like,
There's
okay.
not
I
the
put
meth and all
LSD in
that
my
meth.
coffee.
Okay, to start, it says this question is more for Erin and Matt since you guys are married. My boyfriend is 3.5 years older than me and is starting to feel panicky seeing all of his friends get engaged and have children. He wants to propose to me, get married, and have our first kid before he's 30. He's almost 27. I told him I want to wait until at least summer of 2025 before being engaged, since that's when I finish my master's program and will finally be able to get a full-time job. Me pushing this off has nothing to do with my love for him. It's just the logistics of me wanting to be in a financially sound place and afford the wedding that I want. He seems to get upset When I mentioned wanting to wait a little longer, I don't feel like I should compromise on this, but I understand his point. Any advice would be great. I'm just going to start by saying that your boyfriend should want to propose to you because he wants to be with you, not because he feels pressure from other people who are doing that in his life.
Oh, good call.
Facts.
Good call.
It's like when people have babies, because like everyone around me is having a baby, like I need to have one, and then they're like, I didn't even want kids actually. Like,
and he should just be respecting your life plan.
Yeah.
Those are your goals and your dreams. He has to respect that.
Yeah.
And if he's not, then it's not a good foundation to even consider having a marriage.
Yeah.
It's all about compromise.
I have an idea.
Oh God, okay.
I just think people listening,
Some kind of plank I just pick out of a hat.
No, if she wants to be, like, I would say let him propose, be engaged, but just don't get married and have kids until after. Like, if that's maybe a compromise of like, if he just wants to be engaged, but I feel like it sounds like he wants to get engaged so he can get married so they can have kids. That's not cool, especially if you're like trying to do something to better your career and live your life. Don't rush anything like that. Also, fuck the age of competition with anybody else. You're literally, it doesn't matter. You could have, people have their first kid when they're 42. And like some of the smartest people I know have 40-year-old parents when they were born. So
totally. But it's also like,
don't cave into the pressure. It doesn't matter. Like 27 and 30, it's the same. You're the same fucking person. If anything, you will be 3 years smarter. So your kid will have 3 years more of like knowledge and information when they are created.
totally. Also, like, not for nothing, 2025 is literally a year from now.
Yes,
so
2
like,
seconds away.
we can wait.
Calm down.
Yeah. Also, her plan is very like normal and logical.
So
I agree.
And she's so smart. She's like, I want to like do all this stuff. I don't want to waste money on a big wedding when
Show
like
this
we
to your
don't have
man
it.
because you're really smart and he's being a little bit
Classic woman, man.
just too
like,
emotional to be president. Men are too
everyone else
emotional
is.
to be president.
It's so
True.
so tea.
No woman has ever started a war.
Helen of Troy?
I don't know.
Cleopatra?
She was like, Helen of Troy
Except
was
Katy
like,
Perry and Taylor Swift.
Hillary
Coming
Clinton?
at ya.
Well, Kim Kardashian did
Don't
start
talk
a war.
about Hillary like that.
Taylor Swift. Imagine Taylor Swift started a war.
Kim Kardashian started a war with Taylor Swift.
Yeah, it's true.
Like
Okay.
Taylor Swift could probably buy like a fighter jet and drop a bomb on like Papua New Guinea and just start a war. Can you imagine if Taylor Swift starts a war?
Daniel Tosh
She
was
could
like,
like stop the war.
Could she?
Yeah.
I don't.
the Swifties would help.
Yeah.
I
get our
love
armor.
Daniel Tosh's podcast.
He was saying,
Oh, I didn't know he had one.
He was like, Taylor Swift has so much money. He was like,
oh,
if-
I did see this.
yeah, he was like, if her and Travis Kelce broke up, she could, if she wanted to, buy the Chiefs and move them to another country.
Like,
Crazy.
it's so funny. I didn't realize that was his podcast.
And he
I didn't
doesn't
either.
interview celebrities. He just interviews like my dog walker or like
I love that.
my personal trainer or my psychiatrist. Like he doesn't interview celebrities. He interviews just like people in his life, and it's
Oh, I like
so
that.
good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why is it doing this?
what's it called? The
I think
Toshcast?
Tosh Show.
Toshi.
One.
Okay. Hello. In need of some sugar daddy advice.
Oh, boy.
Oh boy.
I'm a graduate student, female, 25 years old, and I live in a new state for school. Matt, it's Texas. I have a friend from back home who I know and trust and who wants to financially help me in exchange for the obvious. He's older but not crazy old and does really well for himself. Since he lives 2,000 miles away, I wouldn't be seeing him too often also. I have no problem with sugar daddies. I even had a few in my undergrad, so I have some experience. The problem is that one, this go around I'm older, you're 25, but mostly closer to wanting to find maybe a longer and realer relationship, and two, this is with someone whose friendship I value. I do agree that having a sugar daddy with someone you knew first and trust is technically better. My first semester was a lot of work with no job, plus the added stress of thousands of dollars in financial aid, even if I did have a part-time job. He's already sent me a credit card with a $15,000 limit. Ooh. And now that I have it, I only want to work on school and pay for the necessities with it. I would come out with practically no extra student loan debt if I kept him as my sugar daddy. What should I do or consider?
Take the card, girl. Take the card.
No, I'm literally like, write it out.
I'm sorry if I missed it. What are? Oh my goodness! What?
Your hearing aid?
The knob all fell out. Is there? Does she just have to send pictures or?
No. I think she needs to visit him and
have sex with him.
Copulate.
I think.
But he lives 2,000 miles away.
But also, I think it's like keeping.
Populate.
I said copulate.
Oh, I thought you said populate. I was
no.
Carly.
It's 2,000 miles.
Okay. Carly.
He has a hearing aid he didn't know about.
I just had this prosthetic, like, that falls off, like, whoops.
It's like a tooth.
Yeah. I literally was like, what is that? Okay, so basically the situation is that he lives 2,000 miles away.
How far is 2,000 miles?
It's like from here to probably
Chicago.
like... Yeah.
From here to Chicago.
Yeah.
Maybe...
So not like the same state.
No.
Like how far is
like,
LA
it's
to
a
New
flight.
York?
You're
LA
not
to New
driving
York
there.
is like 3,000 miles.
Okay, so really
So
far.
like Midwest.
Yeah.
She probably does have to like text him.
And send some pics.
Probably.
Yeah.
Send some.
So,
yeah.
but she was like, we won't be meeting as often, and they're already friends on top of it. So, like, that is easy.
How public is the situationship? Like, is he, if he sees you, is he going to be posting pictures of you guys like on boats and stuff, or like you're his public girlfriend, to where people socially might be like, ooh, this is a clear sugar daddy situation? If it was 100% private, go do your thing.
Well, she said he's not really that old.
Also, like, are you allowed to, like, if you meet a guy in college, date
That's
a
what
guy?
I was thinking.
Like, are you going to prevent yourself from, or not college, graduate school or whatever, like, if you're...
Yeah, I need to know, like, the stipulations. Like, what's the contract we have
That's
signed?
what I was gonna.
How did you guys do it when you had sugar daddies? Were you...
Well...
Wait, does it say like what she has to do to be
No.
a sugar babe? Okay. That could be a little.
If his rule is like, you are not allowed to date anybody else if you are my sugar baby, then I could understand why it would be like a little difficult to decide, especially if you're looking to pursue a real relationship. But if that's not in your terms and conditions, I would say like ride it out as long as you can until you find somebody that you really want to be with.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty
and
sick.
hopefully he seems like that he's not a dangerous person. So
Yeah.
if it ever does end
they're friends.
down the road.
Yeah, I feel like she feels
I know, but
comfortable
these type
and
of
safe.
arrangements, I feel like, are always a little bit dicey.
What does she mean, like a credit card with a $15,000 limit?
That means
Obviously,
that you can
that's
spend
the
up to, yeah, you could spend up to $15,000.
Well,
It's not good
but
for your
you
credit.
shouldn't. But
I don't
it
think
doesn't
this-
mean don't go out and spend.
Only spend 4K of this.
But she also said she was like, I'm going to be spending it on the necessities. Like, I don't think she's going to be going out like buying really expensive designer bags. Like, she was like, I want to do it on school and on these things, and it'll help me get through, and I will have barely any debt by the time I
Do you
leave
guys
college.
know anyone that does that on either side, sugar daddy or sugar baby?
Yes.
I don't. Oh, really?
Yes.
A
Who?
girl who like has a
It's
sugar daddy.
It's a guy.
You know a guy who has a sugar baby?
Oh,
He
I
is a
think
sugar baby.
So
He's
he's
a
like an
sugar
older
baby.
rich woman?
Older
Who?
rich guy.
Oh.
I just
There you go.
think I just, my recommendation is keep it private. But if you genuinely don't care what like friends and family like think of you and being in that type of situation, then more power to you. I think it just, a lot of people have very heavy opinions about that, and I don't think you want to like lose friends or family
What?
members.
Aaron's
I wouldn't
doing
want my
something.
Seems like
daughter.
you're being a little shady.
Genuinely, no, I'm not. No, not at all. I have complete utmost respect to people
Sure.
who
But
are
you're
in that
saying like,
industry.
but you're like, keep it hidden because
Well, he's
I don't want you to
saying in
lose
case,
friends.
Well, in case, yes, because some people are judgmental and some
Sure.
people are going to
I
like...
think it's gonna be
but
more
like,
in your
why would you
strength
want
to
those
keep it
people
private.
in your life if they're judging you?
Well, what if? Okay, then if I found out my daughter was having like a sugar
Sure.
daddy, I'd be a little disappointed. Or I'm like, hopefully, can provide
You're
you
going to be her
enough.
sugar daddy. You're going to be her actual dad.
T.
Correct.
That came out weird.
Until
but
she's
yeah.
18.
But yeah, but,
You'll be her sugar
I don't know. It's just a weird
I think it's an
situation.
indictment on
and, like,
American society that we need to have people who need these arrangements. We should be able to live,
Well, that's-
raise the minimum wage.
But the thing is,
you're
like,
a
some
socialist.
people like doing that. Like some people
What?
are like, some people like doing that.
Yeah, no, I know, but I think it's way more prevalent now than like it's ever been, and I think it's because our economy and like the way our society is set up is just unsustainable. I'm going into political stuff I shouldn't talk about. Trump
I'm saying if she
2024.
has a great foundation with like her friends and family and everyone's supportive. That's great. I'm
Did you
just
guys
saying,
see
don't risk some stuff
how
if you think is going to backfire.
Trump absolutely smoked the Iowa caucus and hasn't
Yeah.
been in one debate.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's-
what do you mean?
He hasn't been in any of the Republican debates. It's all these like B team people just screaming at each other. No one's watching. No one gives a shit. Trump has never been to one of the debates. And these are usually like where people decide who they're going to vote for. They just had the first primary in Iowa, and he absolutely won in a landslide.
Oh, God.
And he didn't show up to one debate. It's crazy.
Honestly, like, thank God. I wouldn't want DeSantis on the ballot. He scares me way fucking more.
That's true. DeSantis is a little scarier with his boots.
with his damn
Short,
heels.
With his
bitch.
Keebler elf shoes. Okay, moving on from politics.
Okay.
But just God, can you imagine being such a baller? I'm not going to those fucking debates.
Yeah.
I'm gonna chill. You let me know when the results come in. Oh, I won by
Debates,
90%.
the worst
All right,
debates.
I'll see you at the next one.
It's also Iowa.
I know, but still. Okay.
How is it going to work, though, if all of these states are, like, banning him from being on the ballot?
It's not all of them. And
Well,
it's
no, I mean, like...
the ones that are. I don't know if it's, like, banning him from the primary versus the general election.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of...
That was confusing to me.
It is a little confusing, but we'll see.
Here's my dilemma. So I've been talking to this guy. We graduated from the same high school and recently connected through a dating app. We've hung out a few times and I've asked him straight up what he's looking for. He says he's looking for a relationship but is pretty closed off, even after 3 months of talking. He was honest and said it takes him a while to get serious with someone, which is perfectly fine with me. He's just never gotten very personal with me. He also lives an hour away at college and I've only seen him on breaks when he is home. He has never asked me to come visit him there. I'm seriously confused on where we stand, but don't want to rush him, but also don't want to sit around and wait on him. I have other guys asking me on dates to hang out, etc., and I feel torn about if this is okay or not. We have never made anything official or solidified anything, but I'm just unsure. I'm interested in getting to know him more, but also don't want to cut off the whole roster if we'll just be in this stagnant spot forever.
So many opinions.
He's not that into you.
No.
Genuinely.
Don't listen to his words. Listen to his actions.
Yes.
Words are useless.
Tea.
His action is what's actually happening here. And as the brilliant Sally Dar says, if you have to ask, you already know the answer.
Yep.
The fact that
Wow.
she's asking is the answer. And also, mixed signals is a no. There's no such thing as mixed. It's either fuck yeah, okay, I get it, or it's a no. There's no like, oh, maybe he'll like me more. Like this guy does not want to be with you.
I don't think that's completely true always.
Okay, go on.
After 3 months?
Let's hear it.
Well, I'm just saying in general. Like, I think if you're getting mixed signals or if it's not a fuck yes, it could be like you have to have a conversation and clear something up, and then it's a fuck yes. You know what I mean?
I'm
like,
saying
it
in
might
this
be...
situation,
I think
He's keeping his options
He's just
open.
like, I don't rush into things, but then also doesn't like talk to her. So it's like,
Yeah, I'm
okay,
sorry,
you can't like.
he also literally might have another girlfriend at this other place, and that's why
no,
he's not.
this situation, I feel like
Yeah.
it's an honor.
She's
but-
an hour away. He could drive if he wanted to see her,
Yeah,
but they're only
it's not
seeing
that far.
each other over like breaks back
I
in
mean,
their
an hour
hometown.
away, that's like the Valley to Venice. Like
No,
people in
100%.
LA are. Yeah.
No, if he
We do
wanted
that literally
to,
every day.
We do that. We drive an hour to come here. Yeah.
if he wanted to, he
He would. Whoever came up
Girl,
with that.
if there are other guys wanting to take you out,
Yeah,
go on those
go.
fucking dates.
Yeah.
Especially if you didn't like establish anything. Also, it's weird that you haven't brought that to him to be like, hey, what is going on here?
What do you want?
And you're
But
just
also,
like
he
letting.
could just, but he
you're-
could say it, and then it's
still like, okay.
it's nothing.
Yeah, but like she doesn't even know. Like she's letting herself live in limbo.
You're right.
Rather than just getting an answer. And I think that you don't want to ask him because you know what the answer is going to be.
Yes. Go where
How
you're
old are-
wanted.
How old are they in college?
Yeah.
Well, how old?
I don't know.
Or what grade?
I don't know.
Oh,
So between
sometimes I can
19
see if
and
it's
22.
Sometimes I can see if it's kind of weird if it's like a freshman year thing and you guys knew each other from high school, but you're getting used to your freshman year. I can kind of get it. If it's like, I understand the high school like thing. Now that's kind of like a different layer to it.
Yeah, if it's like
Where you're like, we need to be ourselves. Let's not recreate high school all over again. I kind of get that. But
Did they have dating apps when you guys were in college?
Tinder
Like the end of it, I feel.
Tinder came out my senior year.
Crazy that it's just
That
there's
was
like
like-
so
So then,
many
no, I
of them now.
didn't.
Yeah.
Because like dating apps were like eHarmony or
Yeah,
Match.com.
yeah.
You had to be like on a desktop
Yeah.
to like.
plenty of fish.
Which honestly, I wish there were desktop versions of all these fucking apps. It is so cumbersome to scroll through on your phone and
Is there
like
an iPad app?
no. I mean maybe
Really?
an iPad, but I just want to be able to like you could just type so much faster with your keyboard.
Remember Hot or Not?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But like Vine, like promoted on
Badoo.
Vine. Badoo.
Oh, you guys did ads for them, right?
Yeah,
It was
I
like a
never
Vine
did.
ad.
It was like very
I
Vine
never
heavy.
did either.
Hmm.
They would pay you for revines too.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
Isn't it crazy that Vine was 10 years ago?
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Okay. Next.
My dad is very basic with all things technical, which means when he needs a new phone set up, any sort of account made online or an email sent, it's done by me, his only daughter. She's 23. Today, he asked me to set him up online banking, which I was happy to do, but when it came to receiving a verification code via SMS, I tapped into his messages and saw a message that was previously received by an unsaved number providing an address saying, nice, discreet place. It said topped off.
The mafia?
It said topped off with a see you soon, X. My mother and father are married 25 years and have never separated, but this wasn't a text from my mother. I took note of the address and phone number and searched Google to find out it was an escort service.
Oh my God.
I remember in my young teens finding messages like this on my dad's phone and an uncleared search history of escort services in a city near where we lived. I'd like to stress I did not go looking for this information. I would use his phone when he asked me for technical help, and he had never known to clear his history or delete messages.
God,
I truly
boomers.
wish I had not seen these. When I first saw these when I was young, I clearly did not know how to approach it, so I went crying to my mother and spilled everything, to which she was obviously distraught. But he made some excuse about how he was just nosying and didn't really meet anyone or plan to. I know my mother, and I know she would want to believe him more than anything, and I'm sure she would be willing to put it in the past rather than risk losing him. I'm not sure how the conversation went, but it was brushed under the carpet, and I had mentally blocked this incident in my mind, which has only come back to me now seeing it again. I feel like I should add that my mother, who adores this man and will go to the ends of the earth for him with no question, was diagnosed with cancer a little over a year ago.
Oh
the
my
whole
God.
way through her treatments and sickness, my dad seemed to be by her side and her biggest supporter. This all seems tainted now, thinking that he could lie and hide something like this while pretending to be this big family man. I really want to believe he would never do anything like this to my mother, but seeing it again all these years later is making me wonder, has he kept this habit up since I last saw these? Through his wife's sickness and to this day. Basically what I'm asking is, do I confront him and tell him to come clean to my mom, or do I play dumb like I've never seen anything because I'm afraid of the outcome?
Oh my, this is giving...
This is like family destroying stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're equipped to provide advice on this.
There's like, this is like straight out like a movie.
Yeah, this is so real.
And one side, like, I want to say, don't do anything. Take this story to the grave.
I know.
And it's the most, and it will disturb you for forever. But like, that's like the dark, good ending of the movie, where someone just decides.
The mom has cancer, so you're saying to the grave, like, I mean, this is so dark to talk about.
No, don't even say it.
Tell them, if the mom is gonna pass away, like soon, it's probably best to not say anything, so that way she can like go peacefully, and the last months of her life are not where like her world is fucking destroyed. Yeah, that's one approach.
Yeah, I would say if I were her, I wouldn't say anything to my mother, especially if her dad is being such a help to her. It would like that would just then taint all this like terrible experience even more,
and like the last years of her life.
But I probably would confront my dad and be like, listen, you fucking piece of shit, get your fucking life together, stop doing this. I'm not gonna say anything to mom, but like when she gets better, you need to fucking come clean.
Or I'm thinking like Chris Hansen it, like get a burner phone, text and be like, hey, I got your number from my pimp or whatever, the escort, however they talk about it, and be like, meet me here, and then have the daughter be there and be like, so you meet escorts, huh, Dad?
Oh, yeah. Like,
dude,
what the fuck?
Dude,
I would say like fully confront the dad, but keep it hidden from your mom until she
either gets better. Hopefully, she gets better.
Yes.
Or if she doesn't, let's not. But yeah, also don't bring your mom into this. Your mom didn't do anything wrong.
No.
Like, this is your dad's thing, and it's his whatever.
So he talked to the mom and was like, I don't do that. I
never met with them. I was just like
curious. It's literally our generation of, I caught my boyfriend on Tinder, but he said he's just using it to meet friends.
Yeah. The delusion is crazy.
You know, it's like, no, that's not what you're doing.
Did she say her mom doesn't have a year left to live? She just has been battling cancer for a year?
Yes, correct.
So like the mom might get better too.
Yeah.
I would just say,
what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like, so don't, but also, yeah, don't go. I feel like the mom for this girl is the safe place, because now it's like, well, I can't trust my dad, so I want to go to one of my parents. But,
or this is a little dark. You don't tell the mom, but you set it up in a way where the mom finds out.
I think the mom,
But she's got to be.
dude, the mom has cancer, and
Yeah.
like, and also what she said is that the dad is doing a pretty good job of like being there for her.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want her mom to then feel like she's so alone.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
It's
to
just, like,
crush the
bad
mom when she
timing.
has cancer is not the vibe. Like
Yeah.
sometimes the truth is not the best thing. But yeah, the dad, because like, what if he's getting fucking diseases and
No.
like,
I know. Ugh.
Bringing it to an environment with a sick woman.
Yeah, and just also just being an absolute like not good person.
Yeah.
It's crazy too because she said she saw it when she was little too.
Yes.
So it must have been.
He's
this has been
definitely
going on forever.
He's definitely been doing it forever.
Then why the
Imagine-
fuck is he? It's just crazy. A guy who's getting involved in sex workers is
Like a family
not
man?
good. No, not good with handling his email and his passwords. Sorry, maybe you
Yeah,
shouldn't
true.
be playing it that risky.
Right?
Like
That's such a good point.
That would be the first thing I would think of if I was like asking my
boomers-
daughter to like,
No, I'd
hey,
be
can
like,
you handle
she's
the
gonna see something weird.
Dude,
Yes.
boomers just
Yeah.
have no idea how the internet works. They're
Yeah.
just
I
like so
know.
clueless. They don't even think about the fact there's like history on their phone or like that everything they do is public and like, yeah, I don't know. Damn.
idiots.
I'm so sorry to this girl.
know.
But did we give advice? Do we think we gave her good advice?
Yeah, we said we'd confront the dad.
Did we give advice?
Yeah,
Oh, 'cause this is like
confront
so
the dad.
that's so difficult.
I know.
Can I give the absolute worst take of all time?
Yeah.
What?
I'm just thinking like if like Andrew Tate and like those manosphere podcasts heard this, they'd just be like, well, maybe if like the wife put out more, she wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like there's people that think like
I
that,
know.
and I'm just like, it's
Yeah,
like,
we don't know the full story
yeah,
here.
yeah,
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
Is she giving it to him or
Yeah,
not?
and like there's those
Maybe
podcasts
she's
like
being a
7
bitch.
women around them, all like,
Yo, I'm just playing devil's advocate
yeah,
here.
like if you're a
not-
man, if you're a man, like you gotta.
Yeah, there's
It's
two
crazy
sides to
me.
Your
every
needs
story.
need to be met.
God, I can't believe that those people have like followers. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Well, he'd be one of them.
Fuck
Your
all those
dad.
people.
Okay. Hey guys.
Also, what's the escort service by? Just can you?
Ashley
it seems like
Madison.
this is definitely like in the UK. She said mum.
Mum.
Oh,
MUM.
Mum. Oh, remember Ashley Madison? That
Yeah.
was an insane company.
And yeah, people got
For
caught.
those who don't
using it.
remember, this was a company that did public advertising that was saying, if you are married and you want to cheat on your spouse, go on this website where you can cheat with other
For
people
affairs.
who are cheating on their spouses.
It's still around because last time I was at the horse races, I remember I was peeing in a urinal and a guy next to me was like had his beer out in like his hand and he was standing in front of the urinal. But I was very like, why is your camera out while I'm like trying to pee? And I looked at his phone screen and it was Ashley Madison and he was just like scrolling through women.
Weird.
And I was like, well, this is strange.
who was caught on that website? There were like people caught on it.
There was a huge leak
Like,
of
leak. Oh, okay.
data of
Oh,
everyone who
wow.
had Ashley Madison websites. Like politicians were on it.
Oh my god.
Public figures.
How dumb can you be? Like I'm just like
Yeah.
Here's what I mean, we think that these boomers are dumb, but like in, who knows, 10, 15 years from now, when fucking Apple Vision Pro and we try to
I
use like
know.
whatever the 10th generation is, and we just have no idea how to use it, and we're like, can you help me put these contacts
but
in?
we might be like on top of it like as it comes out, you know? Because we're used
I'm
to
not even on
technology.
top of the Hunger Games, so I'm fucked.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
So just be a good person, and then maybe you don't have to worry about it.
All right. My best friend started dating this guy, and I have seen so many red flags since the time I met him.
Oof.
He owns his own company and thinks he's better than everyone. For example, the first time I met him, he was scrolling on his phone and barely talked. We were there to meet him. My friend said he was shy, but he owns his own financial advising company, so how can you be shy? He also refuses to share his location when he has hers and goes on Vegas trips for work and doesn't really tell her what he's doing. I've told her before she deserves better, but she makes excuses for him. Oh, the best part. He said he didn't want to get married because if they split, then he doesn't want her to get any of his money because he worked hard for it.
It's called a prenup.
She now has moved in with him. We are 27 years old and she works a full-time job and cooks and cleans for him. If she's not home, he goes to his parents' house to have his mom cook for him. I don't know what else to do to make her realize she deserves better before he hurts her.
There's
What's the
nothing.
relationship between this girl?
Her
and-
best friend.
Oh, it's her best friend. Okay,
I
sorry.
like this girl because I feel like I think like this.
Yeah.
Like the way she's painting the picture and her concern is very valid. And I've seen these types of dudes a lot. And it's very frustrating when one of your friends gets involved with a guy like that. But sometimes you just gotta like eat your
hire
popcorn
that-
and watch it burn.
Or
Like,
hire that
I
girl
don't
on
know.
TikTok that like slides into DMs. And,
Yes.
Because this guy
Oh.
would definitely respond to a hot girl DMing me like, hey, I'm going to be in town next week.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love those TikToks.
Me too.
Do you guys know about them?
I know. Yeah, I follow the girl.
Oh, it's like, there's one main girl that does it?
What does the
yeah.
account look like? Or does she have different accounts? Like all of these are fake accounts
No,
or
it's
she
like
is
her.
a hot
No,
girl?
it's her.
No, it's
She's a
her.
hot girl. And she probably just posts a lot of thirst trap pictures on
That's
it.
crazy.
It's so
Dude,
funny.
guys are so dumb.
So
it's
dumb.
unbelievable. I mean, I also think like we understand what it's like to just get DMs from like strangers, but if you're just like a regular ass
you're
fucking
like, who is
dude
this?
with like 100 followers, you're never getting a DM from someone that doesn't know you. And for the first time in your life, some hot girl is like, hey, I'm going to be in town next week. Still don't respond, but it's probably a little bit different where it's like, oh, maybe like,
Like I have seen a video of hers where like they have a full conversation, her and like the girl's boyfriend.
Yeah.
And it's like very flirty. They plan to meet up.
Yeah.
And then like the girl confronted him and like his excuse was like, well, I knew it was fake. I was just like messing back with her. And it's like,
bullshit. That's such bullshit.
guys.
I would love to
come
see
on.
one where the
God.
guy is like, oh my God, thanks for reaching out. Like, you would love my girlfriend. I think you guys should meet. And like to just see an actually like nice guy.
No, they're all trash. But it's
Or-
also like if you are reaching out to someone to do this,
Yeah.
you already know
Right,
that something
right.
shady's going on.
Yes. If you're
Right.
hitting, if you're
Like,
a
to
girl
have
hitting
to
up
do
this
that?
guy, yeah.
That's nuts. It's like so
I
sad.
wonder though, like, obviously she's posting the worst ones, but like, are there ones where the guys like just don't? I mean, I'm sure there's ones where they don't respond, but then you don't really get a lot of content out of that. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh, in this situation, I'm sorry. Has her friend expressed to her that she's unsure of the guy
No.
or anything like that? She thinks that he's just awesome.
As far as we know, she just thinks he's
Sometimes
awesome.
though, it's kind of, should you just tell your friend when they're with someone who sucks that
Yes.
the person just sucks?
Yes.
I think she said
And
she
should you
did.
tell
But
it
you have to provide
earlier
evidence.
on, or wait until they have their first argument or her like first complaint and be like, can I be honest with you? They kind of suck.
I think-
and
The fact they live together now. Go ahead. Sorry.
I think the way to go about it is to like tell her and be like, these are my grievances, but like it's your life, do whatever you want, and then that's all you can really do. Because when you get down to like, you guys need to break up, it's like that friend's gonna hate you. Like you can't tell someone to break up with someone if they're in a relationship. They're gonna
Yeah, no
not
one
like
wants
you.
to hear that.
But it's the best thing though when you're going through a breakup and you're like, oh, you're trying to compromise in your head where a friend goes, honestly, this person sucks.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
damn, they do. It's sometimes the best thing you need to hear from a
Right,
friend.
right.
She
Is
has
that, can I give you
told her this before.
Oh.
So I think that she just
Say
needs to-
just like, can I just be honest? They suck. Like shorten it up. Don't be like, well, you know how when he does these things or these things or whatever. Just be straight up honest.
Yes.
They suck.
Yes.
Yeah, she said that she is, but her friend makes excuses.
I mean, the fact this guy
for-
goes home to get his laundry done or whatever he's doing,
eats dinner
like,
with his
eats dinner,
parents.
like grow up.
No, what she needs to know, do a double date. You have the new guy, you go on a date, but you kind of already set it up with this new guy. He has to be really confident, cool, and funny. When the other guy gets up and goes to the bathroom, he needs to like address you two and be like, what's his fucking deal?
right? Yeah.
And then
another
she's like, what do
guy-
you mean? I go, he's been on his phone the whole time, hasn't asked me a single question, has this business. I haven't heard anything legit. I go,
Well, I
you
feel-
live with this guy?
I feel like the guy. I feel like this guy, if another male was present, would then be like, "I'm the alpha here."
Exactly. Like he might act.
Oh.
He also
Totally
at a double date.
different.
He might be fine, and
Yeah.
like no one, like he couldn't tell that he's.
I
Like,
think
a
we need to
douchebag.
hire a girl to slide into his DMs.
I'll do it.
Yeah, Aaron will do it.
I love also the one where
text me.
people pay like a girl and she'll go comment on one of your ex's pictures and just go, yikes.
That's so
Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
Yikes.
so mean.
Yeah, I think she does it for like $5.
That's
it's like
so funny.
brilliant.
That's so mean, dude. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay.
Just a random yikes, and they're like, what the
Yikes in the yard. Okay. I write this question because I feel like everyone's going to have differing opinions of you and would like an array of answers. I, 27 female, have been with my boyfriend, 25 male, for over 2.5 years. He's the best, and I know he's the one. We've been talking about marriage/engagement a lot lately, and I'm so excited to enter this next chapter with him. He has told me that this year would be the year he pops the question, and we've made plans to ring shop in the next month. My question is, how do I not freak out every day for the rest of the year? It's not anxiety of being ready for it or not wanting to be not wanting it to be a surprise. It's more of a, how can I be patient for something I'm over the moon excited about? I want to be surprised and not pry about the details of how and when, but sitting back and waiting is already driving me crazy, and it's only week 2 of the year. Erin, did you feel like this at all? Matt, was Patricia feeling like this at all? Mike and Carly, how do you think you would react in this situation?
I think I would just play it by ear. I'd like make sure my nails are always done.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I'm also not someone who's like, I need to get engaged right now. So I'm not that like.
This, I would say, is the exact opposite of my situation.
Yeah.
I had no idea I was getting proposed to.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Sick.
No, I literally was like, what are you doing? I was like, what's happening right now? So I never thought about it, but I could imagine if someone...
You guys never talked about it?
Not really.
About getting engaged?
No.
Wow.
Like, not seriously.
Like, we would talk about like the future, but I don't know. It's not like, we're just both not like that. Like, I didn't pick out my ring. I wouldn't want to pick out my ring.
That's great. If that works for you guys.
Okay. Love that for you.
Yeah, I love that for you guys.
So my experience.
Yeah, so just a little different. But maybe from like a male perspective, because you're the one who was like doing
Yes. I see. It sounds like she's kind of like an impatient person or a very overly excited person, and you like to plan things out. And hopefully your soon-to-be fiance would like to plan this out and make it special. I don't know if he's just going to want to one day just tap on your shoulder while you're looking in the refrigerator and then he's down on one knee. If it's going to be that random, you will kind of know when you think something is coming up. There might be a trip, or he's going to be like, hey, there's something special that's going on. And that might be nerve-wracking, but I think you will genuinely know the day you're getting proposed to. I think
this is advice I've heard you give before, but like the fact that you're not engaged now, just like savor those moments and enjoy the excitement. Like, don't rush. It's going to happen. So like, don't be wondering and hoping that it was the day already. Live and savor the time where you're not, because this is only going to happen once in your life. So like the pre-engagement fun and like the mystery of it, just like lean into it and try and enjoy that instead of like being frustrated that you don't know when it's going to be.
Because it sounds pretty certain that it's going to happen.
Yeah.
So just relax, but look nice.
It's so funny to me. Like, if TJ was like, I'm going to propose to you this year, I'd just be like, okay, just do it fucking now then. Like, if I know it's happening, like, and you say,
how romantic, Erin.
Yeah, well,
just do it fucking now then.
Well, I just be like, okay, what?
No, I know. I get it.
And then if you really want it to be a certain way, if you're that like on edge about it, start telling your girlfriends what you really want. If you genuinely want it to happen in a certain way, hear me out.
In like what sense?
Like if you're like, I just really would like to get proposed to on a beach, so you know that it's happening at the beach, and then that girlfriend will be like, I heard she really wants to get proposed on a beach. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to know when next time you're by the coast if this proposal's happening.
I know.
If you feel like you want to be a little bit more certain so you don't feel on edge, start communicating it to your friends what you want.
I would just like expect my partner to know what I would want.
Correct.
I would assume if you knew, like if I knew I was getting engaged this year, I feel like, yeah, like you said, there'd be moments where I'd be like, I feel like it's going to happen maybe at this time or at this time. Because it's like, either it's going to be like some crazy restaurant or like the first date we went on or like a trip. Yeah, anytime something like that would come up, I'd be like, oh, maybe it's happening now. Or like maybe when my parents are in town, you know?
Right.
I feel like it's always, you're always kind of going to have like a hint.
How many
That's
proposals?
why I just wouldn't want to know.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, don't tell me.
Some people like that though.
No, I know.
Yeah.
How many proposals have you seen with your own eyes?
None.
One.
Really?
Maybe one.
Yeah, I just
one?
like the end of last year.
How many proposals are you going to? Are you getting invites to these?
Well, have you ever been at a restaurant and someone got engaged?
No.
I have seen, I think, 10.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And what restaurant
if you go to Disneyland, hang outside the Magic Castle, you're going to see at least 3.
Oh, really?
Okay, you're right.
I was at the Madonna Inn on Valentine's Day, which is that crazy awesome hotel in San Luis Obispo.
Do you want to tell us how to get there?
Patricia and I saw 4 couples get engaged that one night, and we were
on Valentine's Day?
On Valentine's Day.
Oh, cringe.
Yeah, so cringe.
And
Hope he doesn't do it.
It was also back like in the Panini or whatever, and it was under a tent in the parking lot. Like
Oh,
it
God.
wasn't
The
even
masks on.
Yeah.
Will you marry
Yeah,
me?
mask on.
But I love going to a restaurant and keeping my eyes out for a couple that I think it's gonna do it.
If you were proposing in a restaurant,
I know. It's usually older folks. It's usually like their second.
It does seem like that's like
marriage.
the place for like older people to get engaged, like boomers.
putting it in the cake.
My dad proposed
Yeah.
at a restaurant.
Jam.
But he like got it. But yes, but the thing is, he got in a like booth with my mom, or like got really next to her, and he didn't even get down on a knee. I think he just like
So it was private.
very private.
Okay.
Did you guys want dessert? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's you ever are at a restaurant where you guys are talking about something so serious or like breaking up with someone.
Yeah.
How does the waitress or the server or the whatever always know the absolute worst possible time to come and try and well listen, so here's the thing about Israel Palestine. I think that and then do you guys want dessert? Like dude.
Do you notice in LA there's a lot of waiters and waitresses who are clearly actresses and actors.
100%.
And mad respect to them. They're working this job. They got to go to auditions.
Yeah.
Totally get the hustle. Sometimes you're like, don't need the theatrics here. Like, it's like they're so, because they are like actors, like, hey
like
man, what's
improv.
up?
Yeah.
They're all like really good looking, super like animated. And I'm
Charismatic.
like, enough. Like, I don't want, this isn't a show. This isn't an audition.
Yes.
I don't work for the studios. You don't need to impress me.
I know.
Just tone it down and tell me that.
They gotta be testing out a bit.
I guess so, but I'm just sometimes
Matt says,
I'm
don't
like,
test it on me.
Yeah.
there's a level of it depends on the restaurant.
None of them
the
are
nicer
actors.
it is, the more toned down I want you to be. Right?
I'm with you. I don't want any like theatrics or
I feel like I don't ever really experience that.
Oh yeah, I was just at Nobu the other day, and this guy, and he was just like, the thing is, I'll like make a joke back, and then they're like, oh, this guy's funny too. I'm like, I'm just sick of it. But I
Why'd you
don't
go
know.
to Nobu? In Malibu?
2 nights ago? No, I live 2 blocks away from Nobu,
Oh, there's a Nobu in LA?
West
Yeah.
Hollywood, right
Oh,
there
I didn't know
from by Poppy.
Is it as expensive as people say it is? I've never been.
You're probably going to spend for 2 people $300. It's like
Okay.
150 a person.
So that's pretty expensive.
Yeah, but it's
Is it
their
that?
yellowtail sashimi, jalapeno.
Ooh, a little too much wasabi,
Wasabi
in your sashimi.
Oh boy.
That's a. If you guys want to laugh, watch the Jim Carrey bloopers from
Bruce Almighty. Pay. My little nipples went to France.
Hey
I'd
guys.
like to do da cha cha.
Hey guys, so this guy and I have had a sneaky link for a while since October 2023.
Pause.
What's a sneaky link?
It's
What?
when
You don't know what a sneaky link
Never
is?
heard of this in my life.
It's like a person you hook up with. Like, that's my sneaky link.
A person you
It's
hook
like
up
a
with, like
friends
a
with
friends with
benefits.
benefits.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Sneaky link.
yeah.
It sounds like a tip of meat.
yeah.
you
It
guys
sounds
are
like something they
boomers.
serve at like Denny's. Like, and can we get a little sneaky link
Sneaky
on
link
that?
on the side of sausage.
Sneaky link.
Okay. We met on Tinder and it started off really well and everything was fine. We've been on and off though multiple times since I've ended it, and once he has, but clearly things don't stay ended. I've never been the one to break no contact. It's him every time. I don't really know what to do. I don't like him in a relationship way, and it's vice versa. What? But I do.
That means he likes her in a relationship way. But
no,
she
I
doesn't
think
like
vice
him.
versa just means same.
Same.
Yeah.
No, vice versa means opposite.
No.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
You're probably right, though. I'm confident, though.
The sentence structure was just
But
weird
there's
to me.
Miami
Sorry.
Vice and Nissan Versa. Vice
up.
versa.
But I do like the sex.
Calm down, Rick Glassman.
And it's vice versa, but I do like the sex, but I want to end things and keep them ended. What do I do?
Don't respond the
Yeah,
next
no.
time he reaches out.
That's-
Yeah.
Sorry, no, it's me.
Duh.
No, I
yeah,
had the
like
same thought.
if you don't want to see him, then don't see him.
It seems like you're struggling because maybe the sex is good.
Yeah,
That's
So
what
it's
I
like-
was.
like,
I
oh.
was just thinking that. I'm like, how
Oh.
good's the sex?
Yeah, like, oh, easy person to just like have sex with, but like if you don't want to pursue it any longer, like I literally just like block his number.
Or like make it abundantly clear, I will never date you. It's not going to go anywhere. We
Yeah.
can keep doing this, but like do not expect anything else. I will start dating someone else. If you can handle that, we can continue. Otherwise,
Sneaky link
See you
done.
later.
Sayonara,
How
sneaky
old
link.
is she?
I don't know. Unsure. Seems like an easy one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sneaky link.
Hi, everyone. I am 24 female, have a boyfriend 28 male. He works at a tattoo shop for about 3 years now, and I'm good friends with the other 2 guys working there. I've been to, let's call him Pablo and his fiance's gender reveal, baby shower, and the kid's first birthday. They're good people, and the fiance and I get along well, but we're not too close of friends, and that's fine. What sucks is that Pablo lives a double life. He is all talk about being a family guy when behind his fiance's back, I have learned that he cheats on her a lot, especially with a tattoo client he has. And when I say cheat, I mean go all the way with her, not just flirting and such. I know this for sure because my boyfriend tells me all the tea. Pablo likes to brag, like if it's not a dick move to be doing. And it sucks to hear because she is sweet and cool and all. Would it make me an asshole if I anonymously tell her the truth about the douche of a fiance she has? I know it's the right thing to do, but it'd make me sad to see the kid go through that too. The whole situation sucks a lot.
Yeah, I think you got to do it, girl code.
And you don't say anything.
No,
No, you gotta say her. You gotta tell her.
But she's not that close with the girl.
It doesn't matter. This guy should not be able to get away with this.
I have struggled with. I had a friend.
Let's be very careful here, Matt.
Oh, okay.
Let's be extremely careful here.
Yeah.
I've been in a situation.
I feel like
where
you've told us this before, so it's okay.
I've had a friend, who's like cheated on his longtime partner, and it's been the craziest thing because I'm not that close with her, but I know that he's doing it. But I sometimes want to call him out, but he doesn't know that I know. That's the situation.
And his name is
still going on since the last time you brought it up?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I genuinely don't think so. I think they were going through some stuff, but I know that it did happen, and I've always been so disappointed. But I don't know. I
want to say, I feel like I know she doesn't want to, but if this girl tells her in person, it's gonna mean more than on an anonymous note, because the girl could look at it and be like, who the fuck is this? Like, they don't know anything. You know?
That's true.
I feel like it'd be better if you just did it. Also, if you do the anonymous note, you have to be prepared that someone's going to find out it was you. So if you're okay with that, then
get a friend of a friend to write it out, like via a note or
It's
handwriting.
like,
cut out the magazine letters like a ransom.
The anonymous note, if it were me, I would be like, hey, I just want you to know that, like, I am a client of your husband's, and I've been, and like, write it from the perspective of the woman he's actually having an affair with.
That's such a good idea.
Yeah,
but then that woman's gonna deny it if she ever gets confronted.
Yeah, but then at least the seed is planted.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like, start mixing it up. Yeah. And then they both turn on each other like, why would you say this? I didn't say it. Yes,
Correct.
you did. You fucking told my fiance.
Yeah.
That's so fucking brilliant, Erin.
That's kind of nice.
That's really fucking smart.
I wonder if
because then too, you have to think about, like, her husband. This is like his workplace. Yes. So then if she's the one to go to the woman, which, like, if it comes down to that, like, if it were me, I personally would, but like, she doesn't want to make that, like, probably a hostile place for him to have to go.
Diabolical.
Do you know what tattoos the girl has? I just trying to bring in, like, the tattoo, like the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
It's her.
I'm sure she knows more details. Like, if she's like, this is a client that he continuously, like, sleeps with, her husband's got to know the girl's name. They've got to know, like, details about her. And I feel like that's the route you should take.
Put it in ink.
I don't even remember.
Yeah. Put it in ink.
Oh,
or just type it out.
I wonder if this girl's, is it boyfriend?
Her husband.
No, not the cheating ones. Boyfriend, I think.
Yeah.
Partner.
I wonder if he is, like, against her telling the wife. Like, I wonder what his opinion is. Like, don't say anything because it's gonna, like, fuck up our work.
Totally.
Interesting. Maybe the anonymous. Yeah.
That might be the best idea you've ever had, Erin.
What can I say?
Hey, I'm the girl.
Hey, I just want you to know.
Yeah.
She needs more details, though, so, like, it looks like it's...
No, but I feel like she probably has some if it's been going on for, like, years. Like, these people have fucking children.
They have a baby on the way.
No, they have a baby.
Oh, man.
Oh, the poor baby.
Yeah, they already went to the gender reveal party.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This past Friday, I went on a first date with a guy I met on Hinge. I had been talking to him for about 2 weeks before we finally met in person for drinks. We both only had one drink and some food. Sorry to burp. For context, as we were getting to know each other, he had mentioned that he is 1/3 Jewish from his dad's side, who is Russian, Jewish, and German, but that he did not grow up too religious. He mentioned that he had a bar mitzvah and has always celebrated Christmas. Later on into the date, I tried to bring up new topics for conversation, as one does when trying to get to know someone. The place we were at was playing a Kanye song, so my stupid self accidentally asked him, "Do you listen to Kanye?" He looked at me in disappointment and confusion as he shrugged and said, "Well, he kind of said some things." And as he said that, my heart dropped after immediately realizing that I fucked up any chance that I might have had with this guy that I was starting
don't be
to
dramatic.
like. I apologized in what
This isn't the internet. This is a real conversation.
This is real life.
Yeah. I apologized in what I know was a genuine manner and told him that I did not mean to be ignorant. I just heard the song playing, so I asked if he liked the artist. But I feel like he just thinks I am a dumb/ignorant girl now, which I totally understand. I feel like we hit it off, but this might have given him a bad perception of me. I would never purposely disrespect someone like that, and as a Swiftie/good person, I do not support Kanye. I was just trying to make conversation. It had been 3 days, and I cannot stop thinking about this moment. I feel absolutely terrible. We are still... We're gonna get copyright.
It's one piano note. It's fine.
We are still texting and might plan to see each other again, but I feel like he might not take me seriously in the long term. Am I the asshole?
That is so...
Coming from the Jewish man. You sound
more Jewish than he does, being so worked up about this and just being all like, "Oh my God, Kanye."
Because like, if that happened to you, what would your reaction be?
I mean...
You'd probably just be like,
Matt texted me the other day. And he's like, "Dude, this new Kanye song sounds so sick."
Oh,
like,
and then I was worried. Were you offended by that?
No.
I think you're like, "I don't know what this is."
Well,
I'm like, it's just he's teasing his new song.
I personally just didn't think it was that cool. It's literally just an NSYNC song. Why is that good?
First off, Backstreet Boys.
Whatever.
And
I told you about everybody.
Yeah, he just like,
which he didn't.
Yes, and he didn't like ask
like
or
Kanye.
He didn't get their approval.
Oh, I also just didn't think
which
the song
I think is partly why he can't put out the album yet.
I just think it didn't sound that good. I didn't know if I was like missing something when you sent me that. I was like, well, I don't get it.
I just feel like people are so on edge in the climate that she probably is like overcompensating for feeling bad because she's worried about how like maybe other people would perceive it.
Also, like asking if you listen to Kanye, like I think he's the most popular rapper of all time or whatever. So it's not unreasonable if she was like, Kanye said some pretty good things on that podcast, right? That's crazy. You don't be like, I think he made some good points. And Kanye was right. That kind of shit, whatever. But if you're like,
totally
scandal noted.
Yeah, like
she probably just feels bad because maybe she was like, fuck, he probably thinks I wasn't like listening to what he was telling me, and then I was like,
it's really not that big of a deal.
You gotta really separate the art from the artist, and this is like that's always like a very interesting topic to talk about, and I think you can tell a lot about somebody on their stance on that. So it's great that you're having this as a first date kind of test or conversation.
Don't beat yourself up about it, though.
But don't beat yourself up about it. But honestly, he's not a good match, genuinely.
Why not? Because he doesn't listen to Kanye?
Well, if he's just like, all she did is that,
no, she didn't. She's just
she's building this up in her head, I think.
It's like what you do. Like you just get really stressed about things that didn't happen.
Yeah. So yeah, maybe, you know what? It's stupid.
No, I think, don't worry about it too much. Like, I don't think mentioning Kanye West is like, oh my God, you're a terrible person. You're an anti-Semite. Like,
that's only like, on social media.
Yeah, and even on social media, it's
like,
go touch some grass, get out of your house. Like, nobody fucking cares. I mean, it's not great. Obviously, Kanye said some awful, terrible things, and like is not really the best.
He also did apologize to the Jewish community.
Yeah, he wrote something in Hebrew, like as if every Jewish person speaks Hebrew, which is anti-Semitic in and of itself. To just assume that everyone speaks Hebrew.
So funny. Wait, but I literally have no idea if it was real or not, but I saw on Twitter that someone like typed into like ChatGPT, like, I need to apologize for like offending like the Jewish community, blah, blah, blah. And like they posted a screenshot. It was like, literally he just typed it into ChatGPT because like they wrote the same thing.
That sounds like it might be made up, but also hilariously funny.
Yeah.
Wow. Hilariously funny. It's the Kanye thing is like, when I see people saying Kanye was right, that's when I'm like, oh, that's anti-Semitic. Yeah. But if like they're just listening to the songs, or if like someone's in it. Also, I don't want to be the guy who's like, we're at a restaurant and they're playing Kanye. I'm like, can you believe it? Like, the songs aren't anti-Semitic. He's just having a bipolar fucking meltdown. Obviously, he's a terrible person for that stuff, but I don't know. I think this girl's beating herself up over it.
Yeah. How do we feel about separating artists?
Yeah, like what are our thoughts on Woody Allen?
Oh my God,
I love Annie Hall. I do not like Woody Allen as a person, but I think the movies he made are pretty good. Michael Jackson, did he do it? Did he not? I'm gonna dance to Thriller. I'm gonna dance to Beat It.
The thing is, too, he's dead. So it's like...
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe that's a bad take, but it's
I have some of Hitler's paintings up in my house.
Okay.
I guess.
Art from artist.
Yeah, he's an artist.
But I don't know. I think it's
There's
just
people who are like, I will listen to Jackson 5 Michael Jackson, but I won't listen to like adult Michael Jackson because that's before he committed the crimes.
Yeah.
Oh, pre-crimes.
Yeah, pre-crime. So like Kanye West, like maybe we listen to everything pre, the new one.
I think it's case by case.
But we make art to talk about it. And it also gives us context into the artist, and it allows us to have these conversations. We need to be having these conversations.
What about like...
and so if it's a conversation point to talk about it...
I'm in relationship turmoil. I started a casual hookup relationship with a man much older than me. I'm 25. He's 39. What started as casual has blossomed into a really caring dynamic, and we're both falling for each other. However, he's literally 3 years younger than my parents, and I'm embarrassed to tell any of my friends or to eventually introduce him to my family.
That's crazy.
I've been going on dates with guys my age, and I just always fall back to him. We have such great chemistry, but logistically, it's just icky. What would you do?
It's icky.
I'm going to say it's not icky.
How old is the girl? Sorry.
She's 25.
I care too much what other people think.
Yeah.
And if I 25 being with a 39-year-old, and even though you think it's awesome, if you are getting this instinct that like
not 39.
Oh, I thought she
she's
said
25 and he's 39.
And your parents are 43.
How are you 25? I guess your parents had you when you were young.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't deal with all that gossip being like, what? He's 3 years younger than her parents? Because trust me, I'm going to be saying that too if I knew of a 25-year-old who was dating
but what if her parents were like
younger?
older? What if her parents had her when they were like 30 and now he's just 39 and she's 25? Like that
take
is
the parents
still,
out of it.
Yeah, take the parents out of it.
Then go do your thing.
39 to 25, like it's pretty wide of an age gap, but
it's like whatever.
Yeah, but so like the fact that her parents just happen to have her young, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. I think like if you are constantly like going back to him and you really care about him and like you go out with other guys and aren't feeling the same connection, like don't let what other people think stop you from being happy.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, like they'll have their thoughts.
I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it, but I'm pro people doing.
But the thing is, like,
if they feel happy, go do you.
Yeah, they might say something right away, but if you're dating for like 4 years, like they're not going to say anything at that point. Like you've established a relationship. Like if you really like each other, go for it. Who fucking cares?
And also like the fact that he's close in age with your parents, like they will share so many similar like interests and things like that. But like for real, like
it is true, but it's also so.
I know.
But like, together. There's reruns.
No, but I feel like that would probably like make them connect faster than like if they were meeting a 25-year-old. guy.
Yeah, true.
Which like could have its benefits.
Or
the pros and cons of it all.
He can start dating your mom if things don't work out.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, no,
like, you're our friend's
like,
age.
I wouldn't, like, objectively, it's not icky, and I feel bad for you that you feel that way, probably because of like societal norms. But I think it's fun, and if you really like him, go for it,
if you were 20 and he was 39, I'd be like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's too much.
Your brain's like pretty much developed.
You're just out of college at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Go do you.
Yeah, go do you, girl.
That's crazy though. So how old was she when her parents were born? What's 39 minus 25?
40.
I love these submissions.
I can't do
It would
math.
be 42 minus 25. 17.
So her parents had her when they were so young.
Yeah.
No shit that they're going to be the same age. Like.
Well, yeah.
I feel like this is all in the same town.
I know, you always say that. You're like, I feel like these all come from the same place.
It does kind of feel like that. It's like this American town, like in the middle of the country.
Like everyone's emailing us.
Like, I see that. I know the street that it's on.
It's on. The convenience store.
There's like a bar that they all go to.
The computer they type it on.
Yeah.
Like I can't. I wish people said like where they're from, so I could really.
Can we get video submissions from people? I would love to see what these people look like.
That'd be sick if we could play it on that. That'd be cool.
I know, but most people want to be anonymous.
Yeah.
Oh, My mom is cheating on my dad.
It's like a blurry face with the voice filter.
Do you guys like really see where each one of us are from? Like, often?
No.
Oh,
I think
feel like
everybody here is from here.
but
I
only
do.
'cause-
But like I always picture you like in just snowy Massachusetts and you got jackets on and you're
Yeah.
like driving around in cars with your
I was
friends and
very
you're just
East
laughing.
Coast
Like I
coded.
see you at like Nebraska like flat.
Yeah.
Really?
Just windy.
Flat.
Yeah, I see you. Yeah. I see you
You're
guys.
New York to me, for sure.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Like New York City.
When I look at you, I just see skyscrapers.
I just always picture that house that you like lived in high school
Oh yeah.
and like the basements.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, very New Jersey.
Yeah.
Well,
I see.
it's
That was
past
fun. It was
11.
fun.
All right,
So
our
we're
time
past
here is
11.
up.
Shoot.
Thank you so much for listening / watching, and we will see you guys next week.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for sending in emails.
Did you see the Jack in the Box offer?
Yeah, of course.